Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Targran and once again I'm going to talk to you about the lore of League of Legends. Today we're staying in Noxus, focusing on two prominent yet mysterious figures, Emilia LeBlanc, the Deceiver, and Jericho Swain, the Master Tactician. Enjoy. Long before creation of the League, when conflicts were settled in a more traditional way, city-states had been affected by many factions, not only their true governments, but also organisations that wanted to imprint their mark onto the face of history. In a brutal environment like Noxus, it had been clearly visible. There was always separation between those who could be considered harmless and much more powerful forces lurking in the shadows. Black Rose was one of the latter, led by powerful sorceress Emilia LeBlanc. It had always been involved in the old Noxian government back when it was still under the rule of aristocracy. Black Rose was a name revered and feared. Many knew nothing about the organisation, but the rumours alone were enough. Even in a city filled with various cults, secret organisations and widespread conspiracy, such force behind the throne could not be ignored. It was a guild of mages who met in secret and worked together in order to ensure right balance in the forces of Noxus and master their own craft. According to rumours, Black Rose used to be an association of the most powerful Noxian mages, but whether it is true, it still remains unknown. Little is known about their leader, LeBlanc herself, except for her title, the Deceiver. She has made sure that no one could find out too much about her, because it would put Black Rose in potential danger. Half of the information about LeBlanc was fabricated by the woman herself, spread by numerous figures of power. Illusions that the sorceress had mastered have certainly helped her out a great deal in hiding her true self. Is LeBlanc even a real person? Maybe she's just a title carried by the current mistress of the Black Rose. That still remains unknown. But times have changed, and greedy aristocracy has lost its importance and position. A new government has been forming. The times have been too dangerous, and LeBlanc as well as the whole Black Rose have disappeared, leaving no trail behind. Many believe that members of the organisation have been murdered, or perhaps have just stopped their tries to gain political dominance. They have been proven wrong. When LeBlanc appeared at the gates of the Institute of War asking for allowing her to join the League, that is when it became clear that the Black Rose did not stop their actions. They were waiting until another force would emerge, and with the appearance of the League of Legends, they considered that a good opportunity to once again affect the history of Valoran. Swain, the Master Tactician, used to be a part of the Black Rose, but his raise in military command had him excluded from the ranks of the organisation. Like many of his Black Rose brothers, the history of Swain is a mysterious one. The first official note of his existence is a simple doctor's note, according to which Swain would limp into his infirmary, and despite his right leg being broken in half, he didn't cry once. The mysterious man with a small bird on his shoulder has appeared and asked for just a basic treatment. With cold, measuring gaze, Swain would just accept everything that was happening without a word or even sign of human emotions. He did not give any answer to the doctor's questions, rather than his cold stare. Before leaving, he just asked for a spare cane. He left, disappearing from history for another couple of years. Next time Swain was heard of, he appeared as a member of the Noxian military. While usually cripples were sent away with nothing, notes claim that Swain was named a ranking officer. While many have been struggling to get anywhere above regular soldier, Swain had easily been awarded that honour. Reasoning behind that decision is still unknown. What is certain, though, is loyalty and faith of the troops that he served under Swain and survived in. Many soldiers had a very high opinion of their commander, even despite his physical incapabilities. With his cunning mind, Swain had quickly ascended through the command's hierarchy, gaining position at the expense of others. With his clear mind and great planning, he had won many battles, and not only as a strategist, he could be often seen limping in the first lines of his soldiers. His skill has been greatly appreciated, and Swain had been decorated after many of them. His raise to higher positions was inevitable. With every battle he has won, more people would support Swain as they were fascinated by Swain and his actions. Every battle had been bringing him close to joining the High Command, but yet, when he was almost at his goal, Swain had been pulled from active duty just prior to the Ionian invasion. Many reasons had been given, but those who were close to Swain knew that it could only be a subversion from someone who was not pleased with Swain. He was a patient man, and so Swain would wait for his opportunity, and he has found it right after Grand General Boram Darkwill's death. The seat had been empty, but Noxus needed a leader, and members of the High Command could not decide who should be a new leader. The son of the previous Grand General, or General Darius, one of the most feared men of Noxus. That is when Swain reached out to Darius and forged an alliance with the man, officially returning to the High Command. It had changed the situation dramatically. Many changed their mind and offered their support to the newly forged alliance, while many have been outraged by even considering putting Swain onto the general seat of Grand General. For almost a month, the High Command had been divided in its support. To resolve the situation, young Darkwill had challenged Swain to a duel, hoping to settle the dispute. He expected to win due to his experience and skill in dueling. People who had seen the fight claimed that Darkwill had gained an upper hand early in the fight and pushed Swain under a wall. When he thought it was won for him, Swain had disappeared right before his blade and appeared behind his back. In a matter of seconds, Swain had sent the man down onto the floor and had snared him using his magic. Officially declaring his own victory, Swain had asked Darius to evaluate the strength of Kieran Darkwill. Without a word, Darius raised his axe and swiftly separated the young man's head from his shoulders. Every member of the High Command had to swear loyalty to the Master Tactician, especially with General Darius, the Hand of Noxus, on his side. Swain had become power to be reckoned with, and many claim that his rule will be an interesting one. That is pretty much all the League of Legends we have for you. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let us know by pressing the like button or adding this video to your favourites, as it helps us out a great deal. You could also click the like button on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and watch all the previous episodes. And as always, I'll see you next time.